I had always prided myself on being a good husband. I worked hard, provided for my family, and supported my wife Sarah in her career. We were married for 5 years, and while we had our ups and downs like any couple, I thought we had a solid relationship. That all changed one fateful evening. It started innocently enough. Sarah had been coming home late from work more frequently. At first, I brushed it off as just her being busy at the office, but as the weeks went by, I began to notice little things. Her phone was always buzzing with messages, she was more secretive, and she seemed distant. A gnawing suspicion began to take root in my mind. One evening, after she came home later than usual, I confronted her about it. "Sarah, is everything okay? You seem different," I said, trying to keep my tone calm. She looked caught off guard, her eyes darting away from mine. "I'm just busy at work, that's all," she replied, brushing me off with a half-hearted smile. I wanted to believe her, but my gut told me something was wrong. As the days passed, my paranoia grew. I decided to take matters into my own hands. I began to investigate. One evening, I followed her, keeping my distance as she drove to a swanky restaurant downtown. My heart raced as I watched her walk inside, dressed in a stunning red dress. Hours passed, and I waited anxiously until she finally emerged, hand in hand with her boss, David. I felt as if the ground had been ripped from beneath me. The betrayal cut deep, but I couldn't bring myself to confront her yet. I needed proof. Over the next few weeks, I gathered evidence, watching them meet for lunch, sneaking kisses, and sharing intimate moments that should have belonged to us. Each sighting deepened the wound in my heart. Finally, the moment of truth came. Sarah returned home one night, her face pale and drawn. I knew it was time to confront her. I had to know the truth. I sat her down, heart pounding, and asked, "Are you cheating on me with David?" Her face fell, and in that instant, I could see the truth reflected in her eyes. "I didn't want to hurt you," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. "It just happened." "Just happened?" I spat, my voice trembling with rage. "You've been having an affair for months. How could you do this to me?" As the confrontation unfolded, she confessed everything. Their relationship had started as a work friendship, but it escalated into something more. I felt like I was in a nightmare, the walls closing in on me. I had loved and trusted her completely, and now I was watching my world crumble, but the worst was yet to come. As she sobbed, she revealed that she was pregnant. My heart dropped. "It's David's," she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know what to do." "Are you serious? You expect me to raise a child that isn't mine?" I yelled, disbelief and anger coursing through me. I felt sick to my stomach. "I love you," she pleaded, desperation in her eyes. "I made a terrible mistake, but I can't do this alone. I need you. I want you to adopt the baby." The room fell silent. I felt like I was in a surreal fog, my mind racing. "You want me to raise your affair baby?" I repeated, disbelief etched on my face. The absurdity of it all was overwhelming. "I can't lose you," she cried, reaching for my hand, but I recoiled, feeling like I was being suffocated by her guilt and manipulation. "This isn't love, Sarah. This is your mess, and I'm not going to clean it up." Over the next few days, I struggled with my emotions. I felt torn between the love I once had for her and the anger that boiled within me. I couldn't fathom the idea of raising another man's child, especially one that was conceived through betrayal. As weeks turned into months, Sarah's pregnancy progressed, and the reality of the situation began to sink in. She tried to convince me that adopting the baby would be a way to heal our broken relationship, but I knew deep down that it wouldn't fix the scars of infidelity. In a moment of clarity, I realized I needed to prioritize my own well-being. I made the painful decision to leave. I packed my things and walked away from the life we had built together, leaving behind the woman I once loved and the child I couldn't accept. The divorce was messy, and the emotional fallout took time to heal. I watched Sarah become a mother to her child, a constant reminder of the betrayal. It hurt, but I knew I had made the right choice for myself. I had to reclaim my life and my happiness, even if it meant walking away from the woman I had once trusted completely. As I moved forward, I learned valuable lessons about trust, love, and the importance of setting boundaries. I slowly rebuilt my life, finding solace in new friendships and experiences. I vowed never to let anyone betray me like that again, embracing a future where I could find love without the shadows of infidelity haunting me.